Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to tell you how this relates to your narcissist. I absolutely love this one thing on Facebook. It's a Facebook ad for Hooked on Phonics, where the kid's addicted to phonics and the parents are talking to her. It's almost as like pretending she was on drugs or something. So they're doing this thing, and she says the mom says something about compromise, or she did, but or the dad. So compromise, the little girl says, compromise leads to resentment. And it just clicked in my head because I just got done. I haven't even uploaded it yet, doing this video on arguments, de-escalating, working out a compromise. And that is the truth, that with narcissists, it leads to resentment because they want everything their way. So as we're going through life, we're trying to compromise because that's fair. You have to do that in a relationship. And it just clicked in my head where it's like, that's where some of this resentment comes from. They don't want to compromise. Whether it's, doing family activities at your side of the family or going to something that is important to you. That's where the resentment comes in. Little things, it's just over compromises. So we're thinking that we're working towards exactly a healthy relationship, the perfect relationship, marriage, friendship, whatever, but there's underlying resentment, and that little seed of resentment starts to grow. And it's almost like it can lay dormant for a little bit, but then if you add a little more resentment onto it, it continues to grow. It never dies with the narcissist. There's always that resentment there. They don't let it go. We don't build up a resentment because we're like, that's fair. I'll go to your families, you come to mine. It all works out. It's just a different way of seeing it. And they feel so entitled that when things go against the grain or they have to back down and do things a different way than they wanted, the resentment will grow. And I've done things on this whole Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. She didn't want to have like a larger wedding. And that was at the beginning of the relationship. She kind of didn't want to get married, but felt, okay, that makes sense. We're a family. And she's in a sense doing it for Will or her needs. She wants to be with him. But that resentment was right in the beginning of the relationship. And it just flourished. I mean, look where they are now, way out of control. She is so self-absorbed and aloof to the pain that she's causing, to where she'll like kind of brainwash him to comfort him, to make him think it's his idea that he's agreeing to these things or that what he is perceiving isn't true. So I just was really hit by that comment of compromise leads to resentment, because a lot of us are like, where did this go wrong? What exactly went wrong? And sometimes it's just a compromise of not even necessarily plans, compromises on, we were supposed to be the beautiful little Barbie doll or whoever, and something went wrong, got her hair cut too short, or that wasn't their deal. That's what they had to compromise. Now you're not what I wanted. And it leads to resentment. They have to accept something that they, did they have control if I cut my hair? Things like that. We should have control over our own bodies, but they feel like our bodies, our clothing, our everything about us reflects on them. That's why often in these new relationships, these new supplies, they're 10 years younger, because as a narcissist gets older, the reflection on them isn't as pretty. So they need to boost how they're seen. And so they'll utilize the young person's youth, beauty, energy to put more supply fuel onto them, where everybody's like, wow, you're so lucky, or you really, you must be something special to get that. And I just thought it was interesting that compromise leads to resentment, but you got to compromise. And that's when the narcissist starts to devalue us, because that resentment starts to build up, and they put that on us. They don't see that that's how you maintain a healthy relationship. They don't see that they kind of agree to it, because they agree to it. They future fake, or they agree to it. So we're thinking that everything's fine. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, things fall apart. Once they fall apart, that whole snowball, the devaluation continues. That's when they start to lie more. They start to add more toxins into the relationship. And it's a never ending cycle, because once that seed of resentment is in their mind, it doesn't die out. It's like a spore that just survives forever. And once it gets more addition to it, more resentment added, it just grows and snowballs out of control. So please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think about that, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.